Okay, so first things first, this is either gonna be one of your biggest expenditures or close to it. Just bear in mind that fuel costs are gonna be on top. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Tempus TV. I'm down here taking a little cruise down Jomtien Beach. Weather's kind of crap today, but I kind of like it because then it's less crowded. But today I'm going to answer probably the most frequently asked thing I get asked online. Let's go. So as a foreigner living in Thailand, I get a decent amount of questions. You name it, I probably have gotten asked it, but definitely the most frequent one that I get is, what does it actually cost to live here? So today I'm gonna break down what I actually spend on a week-to-week basis here. I'm gonna break down my rent on a weekly, a weekly budget, so you can have an idea of what it actually costs to live here. Okay, so disclaimer, this is obviously my budget. So there might be a few things that you wanna spend more money on that I don't care to, and vice versa. I might spend some more money on some things that you might not care about. So just keep that in mind. I'm gonna break down everything how I spend and what I try to save more money for, as opposed to, what I try to save on. Okay, so first things first, this is either gonna be one of your biggest expenditures or close to it, and that's gonna be rent. So I got pretty lucky with my spot. It's a big place. I got here before a lot of the tourists came back. So I pay $180 a month, roughly, that's US, for an apartment that I think is 65 square meters, which is actually pretty big. So 180 a month, that comes to $45 a week. So that's not with water or electric included, but just the rent itself comes to about $180 a month, which it's cheap relatively. You can find places that are much more expensive. Me personally though, I don't spend a lot of time in my apartment anyway. I'm pretty much just there sleeping or editing, so I was down to save a little bit more money when it comes to this bill. Okay, so up next we've got utilities. I pay a flat rate of $200 a month for my water. That's 200 baht, not dollars. I'll do the transversion right here on the screen, bang, bang. And then I pay about between 1,200 to 1,400 baht per month for electric. So that's about, what? So 1,000 would be $35 US. So between $40 to $50 a month for electric. So that comes down to, what? 12 and a half a week. $12.50 a week, roughly. If you're running your aircon and a lot of that stuff, if you're doing that a lot more, if you're cooking at home, it's gonna be more expensive. Me, I only run the aircon at night. Like I said earlier, I'm not really home that much. So yeah, utilities are gonna cost you about $70 to $100 a month, roughly, very roughly. So up next we've got transportation / fuel. This one might be a little bit different for me than a lot of people, considering I have a motorbike that is included with my condo. So I'm only paying for fuel. If you're gonna pay for taxis and stuff, your transportation is gonna be a lot more expensive if you're getting out and about quite a bit. But I only pay about $300 a month for fuel. So that's roughly 350 would be $10. So you're talking roughly $8. So roughly $2 a week for fuel, which is pretty awesome. I still do pay for taxis and stuff like that if I'm going out, I'm going to the bar or something. Obviously I don't drive, but if you do have a bike, luckily, like I said, mine's included in my rent. But if you are renting a bike for the month, it's gonna cost you more. You're gonna obviously have to pay for the rental and you're gonna pay for food. Depending on what you're doing, it's really hard for me to put a budget on what you're gonna be spending transportation wise, but just bear in mind that fuel costs are gonna be on top of whatever your rental is, or if you're paying for taxis, that can get pretty expensive pretty quick if you're not careful. Okay, so next thing on our list that can get real expensive if you're not paying attention to it, food. Like I said, everything on this list is kind of the must. There's plenty of other stuff you could spend money on here, but food is gonna be a big one, especially if you're not really paying attention to it. So I spend from 1,500 to 2,000 a week baht on food. So that comes to about 8,000 a month. I am a firm believer that you can eat much cheaper than this, but every once in a while I do like a cheeseburger and some pizza or whatever. But if you're just going out, you're buying street food, you're getting rice, you're cooking at home, I do think you could shave quite a bit off of this. You could probably get it down to like 1,200 a week, but you're not gonna be going out to restaurants, you're not gonna be, you know, buying drinks or anything like that. You're just gonna be pretty much surviving. So just keep that in mind. I say about 2,000 a week is pretty fair. You might be spending a little bit more if you wanna hit more restaurants and stuff, but if you do some cooking at home, eat some street food, stuff like that, you'll be good to go. Okay, yet another one that can really start digging into your pockets if you're not ready for it. Drinks / entertainment. If you're somebody who likes to go out, shoot pool, go to the clubs, whatever, this can be a complete range. You could spend, you know, 1,000-ish a week baht, like me. I only go out maybe once, twice a week, or you could spend 20,000 in a week, no problem. So you really got to be honest with yourself and think about how much you want to spend, how much you're willing to spend in your budget. I do have a couple of videos talking about like what costs and stuff are at certain bars and clubs that like might help give you a better idea what you're actually going to spend. But this could be a lot. I only spend about 1,000 a week going out and doing whatever entertainment wise. So that's 4,000 baht a month, which is a little over $100. Okay, so the next thing I've got on my list is my miscellaneous tab. So this is gonna be like household stuff, you know, toothpaste, toilet paper, everything like that. I budget about 200 baht a week, which is what, about $6, something like that. 200 baht a week, just for like your household stuff, little things that you might need here and there. Granted, you're not gonna spend 200 every week, more than likely, but it'll kind of roll over, and then when you have the random stuff pop up, you know, shampoo, stuff like that, you're not gonna buy too frequently, it kind of evens out. So I say about 200 a week or about 800 baht per month for your miscellaneous tab. It's sunny, it's rainy. Welcome to Thailand, 4 seasons a day, even though there's only 2 real seasons here. But last on my list for, you know, this is your survival budget, by the way. This doesn't include if you want to travel, temples, you know, go do stuff like that. This is just what it costs to live and pretty much survive, minus the entertainment tab, of course. But last thing on the list is gonna be phone / internet. If you watch some of my older videos, you'll know that I got lucky and one of my neighbors in my condo, super cool, another American guy, was like, hey man, you don't need to buy internet, I got you, just log into mine. So I don't pay anything for internet. I don't really remember. He told me what he pays, but I honestly don't remember. But I do have my cell phone, which is unlimited data. I don't know, I think I got like the middle tier of internet speed, unlimited data, talk, text. I pay 200 baht a month, roughly. Sometimes it lasts a little bit longer. It's kind of like a prepaid deal. It's not really like a contract. So it's about 200 baht a month, which comes to what, 50 baht a week, which is like $12, something like that. Yeah, like 12 bucks. I almost died, I almost fell off the curb. Yeah, so that totally threw off my train of thought. I almost rolled my ankles so bad. But yeah, 200 baht a month. And that's pretty much your survival budget. So our grand total for our monthly survival budget in Thailand is, I was gonna try to do the math myself, put all my notes, half of them are in dollars and then half of them are in baht, and I don't wanna, you know, ballpark and put you guys off a couple thousand baht. So in the edit, I will transfer everything. I'll put it in baht, US dollars, maybe Australian and a couple other, you know, real prominent currencies here. Most likely just American dollars though, because you know how us Americans are. Everything revolves around us. Totally kidding. But yeah, so that's my personal monthly survival budget. Like I said, yours could swing a little bit in either direction depending on what you want to do, but this was just to give you an idea. Now you can do a little bit more research and see what you might want to spend some more money on, see where you might be able to save some other stuff, and now you know. At this point, guys, you know the deal. Thank you so much for tuning in to Tempus TV. If you'd like to see more and learn more from Thailand, feel free to go down, drop a subscribe, like on the video. I do upload daily content. I missed the past couple days. I'm a little under the weather. I still don't feel super hot, but I'm feeling a little bit better today. If you do want to support the channel, the best way you can do it is to drop a subscribe, like on a video, maybe share it with a friend. And as always, get out there, travel a little bit. I love you. I'll see you later.